Hello everyone, this is Coach Dinosaur. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat at narito na naman po tayo sa panibagong pag-aaral sa opening trap na ipapakita ko sa inyo. Ang opening na ito is more on Sicilian pin variation. So sa mga hindi alam, ang pin variation na to ipapakita natin. At una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat po ako sa mga sumusuporta at susuporta sa YouTube channel ko. And nagkaroon na po ako ng Taglish version para hindi na rin ako mag-nosebleed. At the same time, mas maintindihan ng ating mga kababayan kung paano ko mag-give ng insights sa mga kababayan natin na manlalaro ng headrest o ng chess. Nagpapasalamat po ulit ako. Ngayon, ito po yung opening trap for white na sinet up ng black sa Sicilian defense. So, e4, c5, knight f3. So, ito po yung normal line. So, normally, yung e6 na to is more on can variation. So, pero dito, after d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6. Some players, or most of, even the top level players, a6 ang nilalaro. Some are knight c6, meron din tayong Scaven engine setup. Pero here, ito ang tinitira, knight f6. So, inaatake yung e4. So, tumira ng knight c3. Some players also plays knight c6. Maganda din to. Normally, para siyang mapupunta sa pelican variation, which is ganito, no? And then narito na yung pelican variation. Meron naman na once na nag-move ng b5, meron ding bishop b4, which is played many in the elite level, no? Ngayon, instead na knight c6, ang ginawa ng itim is bishop b4. Dito, nagsisimula na yung pin variation. So, dahil yung bishop pinipin yung knight, hindi magalaw. So, there is a knight takes e4 or knight takes pawn. Ngayon, kung hindi alam ng puti kung paano i-depensa, for example, ito, di ba? Which is magkakaroon ng problema sa e4 or pag bishop d3, then matatranspose siya where yung bishop d3 is already a not so good combination siya sa ganitong setup, diba? Natatranspose kung may f3 naman, may posibilidad na yung bishop kainin yung knight, which will damage the queen side of white. So here, white should play e5, no? So inaatake niya yung knight sa f6. So may mga trap dito, for example, which is hindi naman ganun very dangerous sa itim, no? So ito yung first na trap. Pag hindi mo alam to, na parang nakakatakot na pag kinain ko yung pawn takes, medyo delikado ako dito, di ba? Pawn takes bishop, and then queen takes pawn, which is check. Pag pinotektahan, makukuha yung kabayo sa D4. And then, syempre, okay pa rin naman yung, yung puti. Kaso lang, medyo mas parang aktibo and mas well set up yung itim kaysa sa puti. Diba? But this is still playable, pero talagang parang danger sa sa puti. Now, pag for example, king, syempre, 'di ba, there will be queen takes. No? So here, white can actually protect, no, by playing queen d2. So, inaanyayahan na syempre pag hindi mo kinain yung rook sa a1, of course white gains one piece advantage, 'di ba? So, there's no point is to capture, no? Capture yung so now here, pawn takes pawn. Syempre, poprotektahan niya yan. There's no other way. This is the only move. Then after that, c3. Ito yung tira na nagbibigay ng trap. Kung titignan niyo, trap yung yung queen, no. You can only play queen b1. Now, this is the trap now. For example, knight c6, dito matatrap yung itim. Dito marami akong natalo na kalaban as white. Dito marami akong na-trap. And then, meron din naman na, syempre, ito ang tira. After bishop d3, meron ng queen b6. Pero after queen g5 is also playable. Pwede rin namang queen h6. No? Pwede rin siyang queen h6. The main purpose is to capture the pawn on h7. So for example, knight c6, meron na tayong bishop takes, and again, this is a very good advantage na for white. This is a very good advantage na for white. So there's no other way after queen g5. After queen h6, meron naman, for example, we have this queen c7. So white can just castle, and for example, queen e5 para kainin yung g7. Meron din bishop takes. So after rook takes pawn, syempre kapag queen takes, meron bishop takes pa rin. Kasi yung queen protektado ng bishop sa c1. Right? So now, para hindi ma-exchange yung bishop sa rook takes pawn. Pero after f4, he has to give up yung rook sa g7. You can just capture, but here white gains one piece advantage, plus may pass pawn siya sa h file, h pawn. So this is also a winning advantage for white, no? So after this, kaya itong tira na to, medyo tricky siya. Kung titignan mo, akala mo you actually made a bad move sa e5, pero hindi. This is actually parang tinitrick ka lang ng itim para matakot ka whether kainin mo yung knight o hindi. Once na hindi mo kinain yung knight, black will gain some advantage na. Alright, so meron pang isang trick ang itim dito. Maliban dito, meron din ang knight e4. Okay? So, by the way, kung may mga tanong kayo, you can just drop comments if you have some queries, questions regarding sa position na to. So now, if knight e4, we have here queen g4. Looks dangerous, no? Looks dangerous, pero hindi talaga siya dangerous as long as you know what to do sa puti, no? So we have here knight takes c3, diba? Knight takes c3, pareho. And then here queen takes g7. So now black should play rook f8, pero meron din option ang itim na i-move yung knight kasi discovered check, di ba? So for example, knight b5 check because pwede rin kainin yung yung kabayo. Pero ito is totally talo by playing c3. Itong c3, and after for example, you protect the rook, then there is knight takes, no? So if knight takes knight naman, queen takes rook, bishop c8 para maproteksyon yung check, at the same time yung bishop, c takes d4, which is exchange advantage na yung puti. At the same time, there is still danger sa f8 niya kasi bishop meron pa ring plan yung bishop na mapunta sa h6, no? So for example, there is queen h4 kasi pag for example check, wala siya, baliwala. And talagang delikado lang si itim. Kakainin na lang din niya yung pawn sa h7, and the pass pawn is quite strong. So queen h4, for example, he's still trying to catch up with this sacrifice kasi nga yung white king is still uncastled, kaya still catch up. Pero after bishop e3, protecting the check in the e file, and at the same time protecting the d4 pawn, gives black a very awkward position. Ibig sabihin winning na ang puti, no? So for example, knight c6, pwede lang bishop d3. If for example knight b4, may bishop b1, and then after b6, pwede lang kainin to, right? And then it's really a winning exchange advantage for white. So for example, kainin to, pwede namang rook c1 lang. Still, white gets the advantage here. White can castle on the king side, and then he can capture the pawn on h7. Ito po talaga is winning na sa puti. So napakahirap. Meron din naman parang knight d4, pero after c3, ganun din, hirap siya kasi inaatake yung rook sa h8, and at the same time yung bishop sa b4. So rook f8 capture, for example queen b6, ito na, may tira dun, right? And the threat is real. Knight d6 is the next move, and this is a losing position for black. Meron namang meron namang knight e4 din, check, di ba? So after for example c3, rook f8 capture, and then queen b6 naman. So thinking na syempre, for example, looks very dangerous, no? Looks very dangerous. Queen captures the pawn and also checking the king, at the same time protecting the f8, and then the king has to move, ano? Still good for black to, pero very dangerous. Medyo kinakabahan ang puti, pero dito may tira ang puti. Knight b5 looks dangerous din to, pero sa simula lang. After queen takes, king d1, which is already winning for white totally, because it is already threatening knight d6 check. Bishop h6, I mean, di ba? So example, knight c6, talagang walang papatawarin tong bishop h6, and totally the rook on f8 is very vulnerable, and eventually queen can capture the rook. Now, for example naman, dito siya tumira, there's knight d6 check, knight takes, and then doon. Kasi kapag kapag nag bishop h6, which is okay din, meron pa siyang mga ganito, pero okay lang din, winning pa rin naman. Anyway, it's already, diba, winning talaga. So we have tackled yung sacrifice na yun, no? So you can practice and check even with the engine kung whether yung analysis na to ay totoo or true. Right. So after queen g4, meron na talagang counter attack yung puti dito sa ginawang trick and trap ng itim. So after knight takes, kasi wala nang choice eh. It's either you will lose the pawn on g7 or the knight on f6, diba? Knight takes. And after that, meron pa tayong variation, pero tignan lang muna natin to. Meron naman magro-rook f8 muna. So after rook f8, syempre pag kinain mo to, you will eventually white is not eventually in a good position, ha? Kasi he's going to lose another piece. Right? So syempre the best move here is a3. Kasi hindi mo nga makain yung yung knight. Syempre atakihin mo yung bishop. Now, there are possibilities na naman dito, no? So there is knight b5, then again after pawn takes bishop, knight takes, and now bishop h6, attacking the rook on f8. So after check, of course, king d1 and knight takes rook, there's checkmate, no? Oops. Now, siyempre, hindi niya gagawin yon. He has to protect it. Kaya, instead of after bishop h6, meron siyang bishop e7. Then, dito na papasok si bishop d3. Again, white is wanting the pawn on h7 para magkaroon ng pass pawn, and again queen takes pawn, c3 leads to losing the piece, diba? Kasi under attack pa si knight. So after example here, okay, a3, and then okay, exchange down again, plus yung position ni itim is hindi na maganda. And then same pawns. Tapos isolated pawn sa h. And then there is an active queenside rook, yung puti. While black has still inactive pieces, minor pieces, and their major piece rook. So, meron pang another trick dito. Pwede rin siyang um, pwede rin siyang um, tirahin to, queen b6. So, or queen b6 after pawn takes, and then queen takes. Diba? So, there is a threat na kapag kinain mo to, syempre, queen takes, and black is actually winning here. Diba? Pero, instead, mayroong trick ang ang puti. Boom. Bishop h6. A strong move. Akala niya kasi ma-checkmate niya, hindi. Making d2. Diba? So, after this, meron ng pawn takes. And after queen c5, yun na, pwede mo nang kainin yung pwede mo nang kainin yung rook. And then again, this is a winning advantage. Diba? This is a winning advantage for exchange advantage for white. Looks very dangerous pero okay pa rin. So, meron din namang meron pang knight d5. So, after knight takes, queen e7, ganun din siya. May knight b5. And winning again for black. And then after this, meron din naman bishop a5, di ba? So after this, queen e7, now knight b3. Diba? Attacking the bishop on a3. So after this, pawn takes, knight c3, f4. Again, this will be an exchange advantage kasi yung rook on f8 will be captured after. And then eventually, good winning advantage sa endgame ng puti. Diba? So, yun na po yung yung meron din pag ganito, wala na talagang just take the bishop and it's already winning. So, here, i-summarize ko lang, no? So, after this pin variation, may mga threat, meron pa ganito eh. But it's just fine. It's just the same procedure. Diba? Then, you will gain the advantage either getting the queen back or you will have the exchange advantage or one piece advantage. So, the same idea siya ng queen a5. Yeah, so, black has tricks in this pin variation that can lead if white does not know the counter attack. So, I hope you like this video po. Please subscribe and press the bell button para sa mga future videos. Marami pong salamat.